We are just about to cross the 80th kilometer, sorry. Unfortunately, my brain is going a little foggy now because I start to be tired and I have the legs somewhat heavy, I should say. But just 5 minutes ago, and this is already the second time or third that happens during this race, in front of a private house there was a guy with a table with all sort of not linked to the organization, sort of treats and Coke, Fanta and water, and you know, if you just need the toilet, please come to my house, stuff like that. It's absolutely incredible, the support of the community. This is a race which has been going on for years now, so it's a very well known and very well respected, and clearly people embrace it, and they probably really love it as well as we do. Yes, we love it, of course we do. As I walk a mile to try to catch my breath, let's talk about what did not happen in Exham. I was supposed to change everything, and as you can see, I'm exactly as I started. I have a big theory, which is that, you know, if something is not broken, should not be fixed. So I didn't change anything. I didn't even change socks, because the socks that I have were different kind of socks. Yeah, we may argue they are socks, but you know, sometimes when you do this very long distance, sort of incredible efforts, even the tiniest of the difference does make a difference. So I've decided not to do it. Also, shoes still exactly the same. Reason being, first of all, I have zero pain, zero discomfort, just a minimal stuff, but you know, I've already walked about 80 kilometers, so you know, something to be expected. And they are doing a great job. Of course, they were not fantastic on trail, but you know, I knew that. But other than that, absolutely spot on. And also because you know, my feet may well have swollen inside these shoes, and if I put them in a different pair of shoes, maybe they have different sort of contact points, and it's what creates blisters, problems, pain, discomfort. So not broken, don't fix it. I stayed exactly like this. I don't think I will regret it, but we'll see how it goes towards the end of the race. But so far I'm fine, so I'm quite confident that we will manage to finish it without big drama. We've just crossed the 90th kilometer. We are at 11 hours and a half, give or take. The next pit stop is in about 10 k's, which I assume is gonna take me at least an hour and 15, an hour and 20 minutes, and I would say a quick pit stop, probably about 10-15 minutes, and then off we go to Newcastle with the last 7 miles, which will be another hour and 15, so probably 2.5 hours, give or take, so in the region of about 14 hours, maybe half an hour more than that. Yeah, happy overall. And guys, we are at 100 kilometers in 3, 2, 1. Here we go. 100 kilometers. 12 hours 57 seconds. We have just left the last pit stop, and it's gonna take us about another, I would say, hour and a half to get to Newcastle. It's only 12 k's, so 7 miles, very quick, but there are 2 problems. First one, you know, my legs start to be tired, and So I don't really want to push it. Also, I would like to avoid getting injured so close to the finish line, and there is no point in shaving 10 minutes from my time. The second one is that my partner and my friends decided to go out for dinner, so they will not be there until probably 9:30, 9:45. So, you know, I really need to take it slowly and try to arrive there on time so that they are there to wait for me. We just passed the 1 mile mark, which, as the sign said, is 1 mile to legendary status. Oh, it's gonna be probably at this rhythm another 8-9 minutes. You can actually see the Millennium Bridge down there. It's looking even more beautiful than usual. And here we are, 200-300 meters to go. Thank you. That's the Millennium Bridge. We have to cross there, and on the other side there's the finish line. Oh, what an adventure it has been. Ooh, extremely tiring, but there you go, worth it. Oh. Let's run together these last 200-300 meters and we are done. Well done, mate.
And you. Well done indeed.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thanks a lot. Thanks. Thank you.
Keep going.
I must. Thank you.
Go on, sir.
Thank you. Thanks. We have now this massive uphill on the Millennium Bridge. Thank you. Thank you. Come on! You did it already. Thank you. Thanks. Thanks. Thank you. Come on.
Well done.
Thank you.
Go for it.
Oh, thank you. Oh boy, if it's tiring, but I can see the finish line. There it is. Thank you.
There's been many steps taken. These are the
Thank you.
final few well-done start.
Thanks.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank
Taking
you.
the acclaim of the crowd as you should. Yes! That's how you do it. Well done. Yes!
Thank you.
And you're going to give me 5. Get the medal.
Here we are.
Here we go. This is the way. Miles.
Right, boys and girls, good afternoon. Is Sunday and is the day after the war. I am proudly wearing the t-shirt because I managed to finish this great event. So I thought, after what we discussed yesterday during the race, I would give you my take on a few points. And I'm nowhere near an expert. This was my second ultra, the first one on this kind of distance, but I think, you know, there were quite a few take-home messages and also learning opportunities, but I was quite happy that I managed to make quite a few nice decisions and I got it right in sort of what was the crucial aspect to me. So let's divide this in a little, sort of in a few points. So physically it's challenging. I mean, there's nothing to say, but is it extremely challenging? I did not find it sort of devastating from a physical standpoint. So I am fit. I do run constantly. I train 3-4 times a week. I run every distance, usually up to a marathon. And I am at that level of fitness that when I finish a marathon, I am not knackered. It doesn't take me like a week to recover, but I can pretty much go running the following day or within 48 hours. So I assume if you find yourself being at the same level of fitness, I think this is something that from that point of view is doable. Again, it's a massive distance. 70 miles are pretty much 3 marathons, so it's nothing what we are used to and what we are used to train. But you know, it's something which is achievable. I didn't find it unsurmountable, let's put it like that. Mentally is incredibly tough. Especially for someone like me. I'm used to quick, short, intense kind of effort. This is true in the type of job that I do. It's true in the type of runs that I usually do. Yes, a marathon, we may argue, is not particularly short, but at the same time is not particularly long. 3 hours, 3 hours and 15 minutes, even 3 hours and a half, it's done and dusted. You get there, you give it the best that you have, you give it all you have, and it's over. This is not like that. It took me 14 hours and a bit, between 14 and 14 and a half, I don't even remember, and it's a lot of work to keep up with that. Also, the aspect that we should never sort of underestimate is how important is to have someone around. So I did start with 2 friends from the running club, then we settled into our own speed and we divided. But so I was not with them, but I was with other people. And even just the hey or the how are you doing or well done mate, it helps a lot. When I was about 10 Ks to the last pit stop, I was struggling because of course you are very tired and sort of everything sums up, and I met with this very nice guy whose name is Eden, who I never met before, clearly. And we had a 10K chat, a little bit running, a little bit walking, talking about our life, our motivation, why we were doing this, what we were doing in our life, and what kind of food we enjoyed. I mean, we really went about everything and anything. It was absolutely crucial. I probably could have done it anyway, could have made it anyway, but this made my life incredibly easier. And I think this is a crucial aspect if you want to take part in an event like this. Unless you want to win it, then of course you have to just focus and carry on running as fast as you can. But if you want, just do it, as I did. This is a very important part. In terms of getting ready for this, I don't think you can really prepare 70 miles. You prepare a marathon, you may get it a little longer. I mean, in terms of training, I did what I was used to do for a marathon. Actually, in fact, my running plan is set around the Berlin Marathon, which I'm gonna run in September. I just did that, and the few races here and there, and I knew that I should have run slower than that. And that's exactly what I did. So my standard marathon pace is in the region of about 4 minutes and a half to 4 minutes and 45 per kilometer. And I never run faster than 5:25, 5:30 for this, which is of course slow for my pace, but it felt absolutely fine for this kind of length, for this kind of effort. So I assume if there is a suggestion that I can do is get your pace, cut it back of about at least a minute to a minute and something per kilometer, and that's likely what you are gonna be able to maintain for the duration of the effort. Of course, when you go uphill, you walk. Of course, when you get tired, you walk. When you get mentally tired, you walk. But you run all the rest at that pace. I found that working for me. One thing I got it right was shoes. This, as we have discussed yesterday, was a big debate. When I told my friends that I was running this kind of race in carbon shoes, they really sort of mocked me, all right? And rightly so. I mean, it's not the carbon shoes, they are not the right choice for this kind of effort. But these carbon shoes that I have, which were the Keep Run from Decathlon, I found them extremely comfortable, and also they have a lot of room on the toes, and I know that I get it right because I never had pain except for the mild discomfort here and there every so often, and I did not end up with any extra black toe compared to what I already had, and I did not end up with one single blister. So that was absolutely spot on as a choice. Also, I made on purpose a choice of don't swapping shoes. I didn't even change my socks at the Hexham pit stop, exactly to avoid any problem. It wasn't broken, I didn't want to fix it, it worked perfectly for me, may or may not work for you, but I am absolutely delighted that I got that right. Another thing that I think I got right was food. I tried to stay on the sort of low side of eating, so I had two gels for 70 miles, I mean, not many, one energy bar, and I prepared a few half sandwiches of bread and Nutella. Now, bread and Nutella, except that I love it, is what really works for me. I had 3 of these half sandwiches in the whole day. So in the whole day, I have 3 half sandwiches, bread and Nutella, 1 energy bar, 2 energy gels. And I wanted to keep it low because if I felt a little hungry, I could always top up with something, the usual Haribo or, one of these sweets and treats and whatever. But if you start feeling stuff and you start having problem digesting, then everything goes ballistic. So I wanted to do that. I did that, and I think it worked very, very well. So, final thoughts. I'm not doing it again. I think I will do something similar. I'm aiming to do the UTMB in Tuscany next year, the 73 kilometers, which is much shorter but has a much more elevation. It was well organized. The trackers that we had were dreadful, honestly, very difficult to track, very difficult for friends to know where you were, and I think the rat race has acknowledged this already less than 24 hours after the end, and they are going to make changes in the future, because apparently in the past they were using a different system which was fantastic. I don't know, that's what I read. It's a nice race. It's mostly roads. So if you see this and you have signed up for next year or any year to come, unless they change any of the route, do not use trail shoes, because you have about 12, 13 miles, 15 maybe at most of trail. The trail is not technical trail. It's a lot of grass and a little bit of up and down with stones and here like that, but nothing crazy really. You can definitely do it with road shoes, and you must have road shoes for the following 55 miles on road. So definitely do it on road shoes. I think that's pretty much it, really. I don't have much to add to that. I would really enjoy receiving some comments from this, and especially if you have done the race, if you agree, or even more so if you disagree with what I've said. I would really like to hear your point of view. I think these are big efforts, and every time there are a lot of lessons to be learned. As I said, it's my second ultra. I'm trying to get into the gist of it. I'm getting better, I'm getting things right, but I'm sure there are plenty things that I'm still doing wrong. And if you have any suggestion, please do come forward and criticize as much as you possibly can. Other than that, I thank you for your attention, and I would say that this is a wrap. Take care.